Hello, I am Endlessness and welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, and today I wanted to make a guide for the High-Risk Rufus battle in the Weapon Enhancement Rally Event, and it has the same recommended power as the Scorpion Sentinel, so 1 for the 100,000, which should be accessible to everyone, and we need to get at least 160 to 100,000 to get the gold medals, all of them to buy all the available items in the store, so that should be quite easy for everyone, I think. And if you want to farm Rufus, you need at least 1 million points to get the highest amount of the silver medals, and it's a little bit tricky because Rufus has no elemental weakness. Also, physical attacks are effective against this enemy, so if you use anything magical, it will not be anywhere close as effective as your physical DPS user. So ideally you need something like the ceremonial Zack from the new banner. If you pulled on the crossover Tifa banner, you are perfect for this battle. And yeah, you can debuff the physical or magical defense of this boss. If you need, you can also bring a weapon that debuffs magical physical attack. If you want physical attack, Rufus doesn't do anything magical really, but that should be it. However, I think this is a very nice thing they did, because you can choose either of those bosses to farm for the silver medals, and that's great, because not everyone pulled for the non-elemental DPS weapons, so if you didn't and you have some good thunder or ice element, just go farm Scorpion Sentinel. You can just choose one of those bosses. So personally, I don't really have anything good for Rufus. I tried with my two teams and they did the same amount of points, and all I'm using is elemental attacks, so I am not benefiting or in this battle at all. But so yeah, Cloud, Thundercloud as the Wind Sephiroth, and Zack as a healer and debuffer. So Zack will be using the Twinkling Star to debuff physical defense of Rufus, and then also I'm bringing the healing Asuna for the fatigue, because Rufus will inflict fatigue on one of your characters every few seconds. I mean every 30 seconds or so, so you need that, otherwise if your physical DPS character will get targeted, his DPS will slow down by quite a lot, and you cannot afford this in this battle. But Zack is just a healer, and Cloud is my DPS with Thunder because I don't have anything better. Other than that, it's just stat sticks and Buster Sword, just for a little bit more HP. Just so Zack doesn't have to heal as much. Sephiroth with the Dark Havens, because I don't have any better alternative, and also I have given him the Runra, the X Runra, just in case, so I can always stagger the Rufus when he is in that sigil phase, that very quick one. And I also just try to give him the Prism Rod for a little bit extra wind potency, but it doesn't matter, I'm just trying to work with whatever I have. But yeah, that's just my team, and as I said, you'll greatly benefit if you have physical DPS, non-elemental DPS characters, unlike me. So for the fortune cards, I recommend anything that doesn't have physical defense, so mine is actually great, because magical defense is fine. Alright, at the very beginning of the battle, you want to target Darkstar and ideally kill him, so they don't have that link when Rufus will do his Thunderclap. But I know I will not be able to actually kill him in time, so it's still fine if you also cannot do that. But you can also equip something like Ice Blow to try to get rid of him. And then that's also fine. Reflecting lights, it will not do as much damage, so don't fear that. But also switch to defense. I forgot to say that for the very first time. On all those charging attacks, always switch to defense. And then as Zac, I'm just recovering the HP. And here on the reloads, always try to break those sigils. But yeah, so far Rufus doesn't hit very hard. However, I always recommend in those battles try to use your healer for the heals and debuffs in the meantime. And up in smoke, it always targets any of the characters, so it inflicts that fatigue and prevents them, slows them down from using any physical attacks. Bright lights, it should also be fine. It's targeting my Zac, so he's not a DPS, he's not the most important character here, but still switch to defense. Otherwise those attacks will hurt a lot. And here again, just interrupt him, stagger him, and do as much DPS as you can, but it's not much. Actually, I think I got Zac's limit in time. But yeah, like I said, I do not have any ideal setup for this battle. I am missing those non-elemental weapons, unfortunately. And oh yeah, I actually got that slash combo. It will not do much, but like I mentioned, most people they pulled on the Tifa banner, so you should be perfect for this battle, but I am just very happy they gave us two options to farm those medals, because if you do not have an ideal setup for Rufus, you're most welcome to farm the Scorpion Sentinel, just like I am doing personally. But yeah, actually it's still not bad, but ideally you want to get close to that 1 million, but for me it's perfect. But yeah, you should be fine, just use non-elemental weapons. Those crossover, Tifa is just perfect for that battle, especially if you manage to get those Zangan gloves to OB6 or even higher. But I know many people really went full on that banner, so Rufus battle is perfect battle for you. But yeah, so thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next one.